all Tesla news for the second week of February. Welcome to my Tesla Weekend. Tesla finished the week at $816 a share, down 6% on essentially no news. The Dow Jones up almost 1%, NASDAQ up 1%, and the S&P 500 up 1%. If you want to skip to the news you care about, look for the timestamps in the description or the progress bar. The Vanguard Group now owns a 6.1% stake in Tesla, up 34% from Q3. Vanguard manages a number of funds, but with the addition to the S&P 500, Vanguard added Tesla. The fund is now the second largest holder, behind Elon Musk, the CEO you may have heard about. Tesla Giga Press's major advantages, recognized by JP Morgan, could further disrupt industry. The thing is, Tesla likes to use very large presses, very large castings to make single pieces out of things like the entire rear assembly, as opposed to, say, using, 170 pieces. This simplifies the design and the process, and all it required was a machine that had never been built before, using an alloy that had never been developed before, but they have done both of those things, and the investors seem to be recognizing it. Speaking of how much stock people own, Elon now owns 22.4% of Tesla, an amount that will only continue to grow as his benefits continue to vest his shares from the incredibly difficult and complicated and lucrative stock option program for his CEO compensation. And remember, he does not take a salary. Even though the state of California requires him to get one, he just collects the checks as a bit of a novelty without cashing them. If you're looking at this and thinking, what a luxurious space, what a great place to work, this is the workstation of the president of Tesla in Shanghai, the guy in charge of the entire operation, and it's not a cushy corner desk. It is a stark utility-based workstation just for work. This is how Tesla do. The best office is no office. Tesla grew its workforce by nearly 50% during its monumental 2020, in a year when so many businesses were contracting. Especially in the automotive sector, Tesla was growing like crazy. Tesla counted 70,575 full-time employees around the world. For some fun, Evanix decided to post Plaid Model S Plus versus the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. It's faster, it charges about the same, better range, more horsepower, way less money. Bit of an unfair comparison because you can buy this one today, and I mean literally today. There's kind of no waiting list, and this will not be available until perhaps the end of the year. For a more fun comparison, Audi's got their new e-tron GT RS. 3.3 seconds 0 to 60, 11-second quarter mile, lots of horsepower, lots of range, low price of $139,900, which is a joke in comparison to either the Porsche or the Tesla. But if you look at the Model 3 performance, it's kind of on par. Model 3's got a faster 0 to 60, a almost comparable quarter mile, less horsepower, more range, almost a third of the price. These legacy guys better step up their game. Tesla is about to launch in Singapore and could cost less than a Toyota Camry, and this is because there are steep import taxes on automobiles, especially luxury cars, of which most cars are in Singapore, with strong fees associated with importing vehicles, but also incentives for electric vehicles. The Model 3 is expected to be cheaper than a Toyota Camry, which will make it, I assume, quite a seller. Apple reportedly in talks with multiple Japanese automakers over Apple Car, which would be super exciting if not a day later or so. Oh, look at that. Hyundai and Kia say Apple Car deal now off, see $8.5 billion wiped from their market value. That would have been a coup. But it wasn't. Big thank you to my Patreons who get early access, bonus content, and help keep the channel going. I can't do this without you guys, and every sponsor gets me closer to going full time. As Bitcoin soars toward $50,000, data reveals Tesla billionaire Elon Musk triggered a $1.2 billion, don't call it a short squeeze because that's not what it is. Yeah, Tesla put in $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. Not bad. It's one of many, I guess, safe harbors for money. It remains to be seen. I see it as a bit of a gamble, but not a super unsafe one. Tesla to get access to $7,000 tax credit on 400,000 more electric cars in the US with new incentive reform. Well, maybe. It's a bill that's been proposed, and it may happen. I don't see Tesla as requiring this in order to be successful. I think this will help other manufacturers more who are struggling to catch up with the profitability of Tesla, but we shall see. Tesla expected to unveil Model 2 electric hatchback in late 2021. I love that everyone has just collectively decided that Model 2 is what it's called. No name has been announced, but I don't know, sounds good to me. Hatchback version of the Model 3 expected to sell around 32,000 and will have a driving range of about 350 to 450 kilometers, which, if I know anything about metric conversions, is like a cubit or like 5 hectares. I'm not sure. Musk's promised $25,000 Tesla EV will be sold globally, China exec confirms. So it's not just going to be going on in China, but it can be exported. If not the entire vehicle, certainly the design, but likely both. And the big news we've all been waiting for, Tesla to build an electric vehicle factory in Karnataka, India. Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa says, well, it's not official from Tesla, but this would be very exciting. I don't know how good the market is for $35,000 or $75,000 electric vehicles, but avoiding the steep import tax would certainly go a long way, and if they can release a $25,000 Tesla electric vehicle, it would go even further. EVgo will support Tesla cars at over 600 fast charging stations. Now, these will not be V3 fast chargers, but they would get you 100 miles of range in about 30 minutes. That's enough to power the last leg of your trip while you have lunch. Or, get even more miles and have dinner. I'm just saying. In Ohio, the Logan Police Department is to receive Teslas as their new cruisers. The City Council met to discuss whether the vehicular upgrades were going to be Teslas or not, and they are. Once again, another week, another city getting Tesla cruisers for their police department. Tesla full self-driving one step closer as Germany paves way for level 4 autonomy. Germany has been a bit behind the curve in terms of accepting autonomy, and it looks like they're now getting on board, and they wish to be the first country in the world to bring autonomous vehicles from its research laboratories onto the road. Alex Avoit on Twitter posted, napkin math, 50% of all ID.3s sold in 2020 never left VW. He revised this to say 24% in total, 35% in Germany, but what happened is the ID.3s that were sold were not sold to customers, but to dealerships. They're just parked on lots. They haven't actually left the company yet. Whereas with Tesla, a sale is a sale to a customer. These could be a way to kind of juice the numbers a little bit, kind of fudge around with the annual reporting requirements, and it would explain why ID.3 sold so well in Europe in Q4, and Tesla did not perform as well. Well, here comes Q1, so we shall see. Teslarati's reporting, Tesla Roadster's revolutionary wiper design secures U.S. patent approval. The U.S. Patent Office documents an electromagnetic windshield wiper design system, and this is not it. The actual design looks like this. Let's look at it a little bigger. It is on an electromagnetic track with a single wiper that goes side to side, which would, reduce drag. If it can just stay in the up position on the passenger side while you're driving, that would be That would be great, and possibly not ruin the visual aesthetics. Good stuff. What did I miss or misunderstand? Let me know in the comments. Stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots on the flippity-dippity.